To her bewilderment, he drove her to the cemetery, then led her to a grave with his name written on it and told her a shocking revelation.
My love, this is my grave.
Achom had always been a woman of material desires. She loved everything expensive, even though she could never afford them, no matter how hard she worked. She fancied having a wealthy man who would spoil her rotten. One to gift her luxurious mansions in the wealthy neighborhoods like Buziga, Munyunyu, Muyenga, Kololo. Luxury cars and all-round live the soft life. However, she was married to a not-so-rich man, Omadi. Omadi ran a spice shop in Chisenyi and was making just enough to take care of Achom and their 2 children and also make a few developments in their village in Kumi district. Despite being a good husband and a devoted father to their 2 children, Achom couldn't help but feel dissatisfied with their simple and modest lifestyle. She had grown restless with Omadi's inability to provide the luxuries she desperately craved for. Days on end, they would be fighting and bickering over this issue.
My wife, I try my best to keep you happy. I earn just enough for us and also the projects in the village. Be patient. Once our trees mature, we will be swimming in millions.
For God's sake. Trees is all you blabber. See what other men are giving their wives. Cars, houses. What have you done for me?
And so the fights continued. They just couldn't stop. The neighbors watched them as they quarrel every day. And at this point, they knew something needed to be done for them to settle. Achom found herself seeking for more. So she started to kwetega rich men and sleeping with them in exchange for money and expensive gifts, plus a luxurious lifestyle, shopping, expensive dinners, and many more. This continued for years, and it reached a point of her flaunting what other men had bought for her in front of Omadi. For the sake of their children, Omadi avoided fighting with Achom as much as possible, but he continued warning her of the dire consequences of her actions.
Watch out. What goes around surely comes back around.
But his warnings fell on deaf ears. Achom continued with her promiscuous ways until she met a one Mr. Mwesige at Oulumpa Fine Dining Restaurant. He found Achom charming, and she found him rich.
Ask for anything. I will pay. Allow me to change your life.
Mr. Mwesige was a renowned real estate mogul around Kampala. He was known around the city to flaunt his wealthy lifestyle, his many mansions and cars. But at 55 years old, many people wondered why he never had a wife, nor any children. Rather, he spent his money on young girls, buying them cars and expensive apartments in the city. Rumor had it that he got all his money through witchcraft, and it demands that he neither has a wife or any children. But all that didn't matter to Achom. He had everything she ever wanted in a man: money. How could she possibly let this opportunity slip away? He was wealthy, charming, and showering her with expensive gifts. Soon, she got involved in a passionate affair with Mr. Mwesige. In her mind, she had finally found a way to get out of her unhappy marriage into a life of luxury and affluence. So she packed her bags and left Omadi's house, abandoning not only her marriage but also her children. She moved into a house bought by Mr. Mwesige And finally, all her dreams had come to life. Everything she had ever dreamed of was finally manifesting in her life. Omadi, on the other hand, remained devastated. He didn't know where to start in taking care of the children, but he still had hopes that Achom would one day come back and take care of her children like she did before. But all that was in vain. He continued to work and be a single father to his children. He worked hard to make sure that they got whatever they wanted in life. Achom did come sometimes to check on her children, but that was that. Only the children, and then go back to her luxurious life. At this point, she had gotten used to her new lifestyle. The luxurious clothes, expensive dinners, shopping, private getaways, you mention it. So it wasn't surprising when one day Mr. Mwesige out of the blue asked her out on a date. She got excited and knew this was the date that he would gift her the luxurious car that he had promised her. So for this occasion, she dolled herself in her best outfit and makeup, and off they went. But to her surprise, he drove her to a cemetery. She became hesitant, but Mr. Mwesige reassured her that everything was fine. There was nothing to worry about. Then led her to a grave with his name written on it and told her a shocking revelation.
My love, this is my grave.
What do you mean? This is a cemetery.
I died 4 years ago, but I never had any children to leave all my riches with. So I cut a deal with the devil to stay longer and birth an heir.
He continued by asking Achom to bear him an heir so that he can finally die and rest in peace.
Make a choice now and stay wealthy forever. Ha ha ha.
She turned to the right, then to the left. She turned to the back and the front. Yamawe, the man had disappeared. My sister, run! Run as far away as possible. This is no place for you. From that day, Achom's life became a living nightmare. She would have dreams of herself walking in strange, scary places, talking to dead people, telling her to bear them an heir. It became so bad that Achom feared to even go to bed and sleep. Dreams were terrifying to her. She even felt their presence in her waking life. At times, strange figures would appear to her physically. This was too much for her to bear. She needed help. She went to Omadi, knelt down and started pleading for forgiveness from him. She asked him to help her as she was in so much pain. For days, she continued to plead with him, but he wanted nothing to do with her. He had found great success in his business after she left. He told Achom that it was her that was pulling him down when they were still together. And when she left, he found great success. That meant that he shouldn't have been with her in the first place. In despair, Achom turned to God. But when was the last time I prayed? Would God hear my prayers? Would I be delivered by Him? What can I do, Lord? She asked herself. In church, everyone is welcome, but she felt she was not worthy to be in the presence of God. But in that moment, a man appeared to her and started speaking to her.
Achom, see where your greed has led you. What will you do now? Wake up and be warned.
So she woke up from the little nap that she had decided to take before heading out to Olumpa fine dining restaurant this evening. Where do you think she went? Where would you? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Murabeho!